Hi all. The analytical community is in touch with you Guru.Markets. Thank you for paying attention to our video review. We will compare the main indicators of the company with you Seanergy Maritime Holdings Corp, ticker SHIP. This review was created on the basis of current data as of June 25, 2024. By classification Guru.Markets Corporation Seanergy Maritime, SHIP, belongs to the subcategory Largest Water. 18 companies take part in the comparison, which is quite representative. We start with summary data about the company. A little further we will look at each parameter in a little more detail. If necessary, you can put it on stop. You can consider all the corporation's indicators more carefully. Access to the database with ticker classification is free and open. Thank you very much for your repost and other support. All this greatly helps in my work. So, we're finally starting. Market capitalization of the company Seanergy Maritime, SHIP, valued at $0.19 billion. Market capitalization of the subcategory is $16 billion. Seanergy Maritime Holdings Corp has a share of 1.147% and is one of the small companies in the subcategory. The company's balance sheet capitalization is $0.23 billion. With a balance sheet capitalization of the subcategory of $15 billion. Seanergy Maritime Holdings Corp constitutes a share of 1.476%. Comparing the shares of the exchange and book value, we see the following. Share Seanergy Maritime, SHIP, in the subcategory in case of market capitalization assessment is 1.147%. The book value is 1.476%. Which is 29% more than the share of market capitalization. Assessment of the company's share of market and book value in the subcategory. Good, 1 point. The analyzed organization's debts amount to $0.211 billion. Debt to book capitalization is 91.7% of capital. Rating based on the level of the company's debt obligations, tolerable, 0 points. The company's stock price to profit balance is 12.8. The average for the subcategory is 0 and this is significantly better than the average for the subcategory. An assessment of the company's stock price to its profit in comparison with the subcategory. Very good, 2 points. Profit for the last 12 months was $16 million. Forward earnings for the coming 12 months are expected to be $26 million. Which is 64% more than the current figure. Assessment of expected future profit indicators in comparison within the subcategory. Good, 1 point. The company's price-to-revenue ratio is 1.4. The average for the subcategory is 1.1, which is 27% higher than the average for the subcategory. Assessment of the company's market price to its revenue in comparison with indicators in the subcategory. Tolerable, 0 points. Revenue for the last 12 months was $130 million. Projected revenue for the next 12 months is tentatively expected to be $210 million. And this is 62% more than now. Assessment of projected future sales performance in comparison with the performance of subcategory companies. Good, 1 point. The sales margin is 12%, with the average for the subcategory -3.8%. The difference between the subcategory average and the company's performance is 15.9%. Profitability assessment in comparison with indicators in the subcategory. Good, 0.5 points. The company's share by number of personnel by subcategory is 0.457%, which is 151% less than the share of market capitalization. And this fact shows the discrepancy between the current market value of the company Seanergy Maritime, ship, most likely towards revaluation. The amount of capital per employee of the organization is $2,306,000, whereas in the subcategory there are $919,000. The difference between the subcategory average and the company's performance is 150.9%. Estimation of the amount of market capital per employee in comparison with indicators in the subcategory. Tolerable, 0 points. The amount of profit for each employee of the company is $193,800. With the average in the subcategory, minus $30,500. The difference between the subcategory average and the company's performance is $224,000. Estimation of profit for each employee of the company in comparison with the indicators of companies in the subcategory. Good, 0.5 points. The share of revenue for each employee of the company is $1,611,000. In the subcategory $801,000. The difference between the subcategory average and the company's performance is 101%. Estimation of revenue per employee in comparison with indicators in the subcategory. Good, 0.5 points. The volume of short transactions is 2.7%, with an average for the subcategory of 4.6%. This is an assessment of the possible risk of a short squeeze. Technical indicator RSI, 14, shows a level of 38% for the company Seanergy Maritime, ship. Whereas in the subcategory the RSI level, 14, is 50%. Potentially, securities of the subcategory are valued higher than those of Seanergy Maritime Holdings Corp. Comparing the dynamics of the company's share price Seanergy Maritime, ship, and subcategory companies. We will see that over the last 12 months stocks Seanergy Maritime Holdings Corp showed a change of 143.6%. 50.3% are against price changes in the subcategory. This does not clearly indicate anything, but it is necessary to take this fact into account. The result is as follows: 6.5 out of 10 points. The average for the subcategory is 1.4 points. If you look very broadly, within the entire US stock market in general, you can see that the average result for the entire stock market as a whole is 0.4 points. Against a score of 6.5 points for Seanergy Maritime Holdings Corp. Let's look at the table of orders. It is available to you. The link is in the pinned comment. The order table contains absolutely all decisions made by the information system Guru.Markets. Access to the order table is absolutely free and open. Link in pinned comment. Based on the analysis of the company's securities Seanergy Maritime Holdings Corp. Information and reference system for stock valuation Guru.Markets, a decision is made. Open a deal for a reason Seanergy Maritime Holdings Corp., the most undervalued company in the subcategory. Thank you so much to the public for watching this video and for using the information system from Guru.Markets. You truly are the most excellent audience on the entire planet.